time again, we've got another ProView Sports Report here for you. We're at Studio 519 in Studio B. Glad you can be with us here as the fall sports season has come to a close. That's right, we are all done with fall sports. We had a big weekend right after Thanksgiving this last weekend. State football was underway. Before we get to that, though, I want to thank our friends at Turbo Threads for the new digs. Looking great in these. So, let's move on. State football was this weekend. We had games all across the state, including Rio Rancho, New Mexico, the 6A championship in Cleveland, as the Las Cruces Bulldogs and the Cleveland Storm got set to face off, and Hatch giving this one off early on to Cleveland, and a nice, easy-looking run there for Bustillos. He had a day. Bustillos runs that one in to take an early lead late in the opening quarter. Las Cruces looking to get something going. Finds that one short over to Jacob Misquez. And then Cruces will get a little handoff of their own. We're going to hear a lot about these running backs as Daniel Amaro would get this flip as we switch sides, and Amaro puts his first touchdown. We're going to see a few more of those. Here's Hatch, and why not? Bustillos got that last one. Just give it back to the man. He was running, dodges a few men right there. Bustillos, finally they catch him up late, but with this 7-7 game in the second, Daniel Bustillos. This time they will do a couple of flip arounds, and then who's the receiver? It's the Philly special. That one will be into the hands of Jordan Hatch, and Cleveland take back the lead. 7:55 to go in the second. A couple of pump actions for Guardiola, and Guardiola finds his man out on the edge. Cruces rolling here. That was Winnikoff, his first reception of the day. And then I said, Amaro, you're going to see a few of these. There's one of them right there. Daniel Amaro, the senior running back. A huge season. I think they said 40 touchdowns. But Cleveland get it right back as Hatch drives them down the field, take it back. We're into the third quarter here. Cleveland leading 21-14. Guardiola finds a wide open man down the field. Rushing with this one is Winnikoff. They were trying to get him involved early. They get him here. Sets them up inside of the 30. Guardiola under pressure here and sacked. And that was on a third down, so they were pushed back deep. Cleveland drive down the field, sets up Bustillos again. Bustillos, they're going to shove him, push him in for pay dirt. Cleveland take a 2-touchdown lead here. You see under pressure again is Guardiola, and he's got his man wide open. It's Winnikoff. One more time, over and over, they're going to keep going to Francisco Winnikoff, and then right back to Daniel Amaro. Amaro carries his defender Joyner into the end zone and makes it a one-score game. Hatch gives this one to Bustillos, and Bustillos, we're getting late here, 5:24 to go. Cleveland up by just one touchdown. Here's the close-in view as they dive forward, put the touchdown, and basically seal this one up. Well, maybe. Cruces with 50 seconds to go. Find that one to Winnikoff in the corner. Guardiola's got his team within one possession, but here is the onside kick. Cleveland's Ajayi V. Hill gets that one, so the Cleveland Storm win the 6A championship 35-28, as that one gives Cleveland 2 straight state championships. Of course, they've been in the championship a bunch of times. A great performance by Las Cruces to make that one an interesting game. And speaking of interesting games and repeats, we've got the third consecutive year of Roswell versus Artesia. That is right. The first one was in Artesia. Artesia won it. Roswell took the second. This one's back in Artesia. Artesia won early in the season by a landslide, 42-28 or something along those lines. First play of the game, Noah Stinson, as that one bounces around, it's getting dangerous. Noah Stinson of the Coyotes hops on it. Roswell immediately takes the momentum early on here. We're later in the first quarter here. Luke Lynn is going to launch this one up to Colby Sanchez to get them inside of the red zone. And that sets up this 4th down and goal. Olin Ingram, the fullback, on the jet sweep look, puts the Roswell Coyotes up early on. Artesia trying to get a response, not going that way. Cannon Rainage knocks that one straight down. So Roswell will end up with the ball deep in their own zone, and Lynn able to get Isaac Gonzalez to get them out of danger there. But on a couple of plays later, Luke Lynn Boots around to his right, and he comes a little bit short, right into the hands of Idel Villa. And Villa had a great game defensively and on returns. Idel Villa pushes this one, and Artesia get the ball back, but Jeremy Maupin loves going for it on fourth. 4th and 6, and another stellar play. That's David Fresquez gets his hands on that ball, knocks it down. Roswell get the ball at midfield. Luke Lynn on the play action, drilled here, but puts enough air underneath it. Colby Sanchez able to catch it inside of the 2. A couple of plays later, Luke Lynn dives it forward, and the senior quarterback for the Coyotes, where's the signal? There's the signal. They lead 14-0. Artesia, with 16 seconds to go in the quarter, they set up a screen here to Bryce Parra. Trying to get it anywhere they can go. 5 seconds, 4 seconds. Jack Byers, 3-2, and out of bounds with 1 second. Sets up this 48-yard field goal attempt. Corbin Dominguez slots it through, 14-3 at the halfway point between the Bulldogs and the Coyotes. Coyotes get the ball back to start. They hand it off to the sophomore Luis Rodriguez. He rushed for over 150 yards, and here's a touchdown for Luis Rodriguez. 32-yard run for the sophomore. Artesia now down 3-21. You see Warren kind of dancing around a few ways. Warren able to push that one up here to Jack Byers, get them into the red zone. Another screen pass to Bryce Parra. Didn't have a great game on the ground, but Bryce Parra, a couple of catches were really big for them. 21-11. 1:23 to go in the third. They'll give this one back to Luis Rodriguez again, and this kid is so stellar for the Roswell Coyotes. Puts them deep in Artesia territory. A 33-yard field goal attempt by Vera gives us a 24-11 lead. We're now into the fourth quarter. Warren strip sack from behind. Oh man, just everything that can go wrong is going wrong. So now Artesia get the ball back deep in their own zone. 4th and 29. He hits that pass. They flip it around, but well short. And now Roswell's going to have the ball. Vera just hit a field goal from right here. This one gets blocked. That is Charlie Campbell, the point guard for the basketball team. Blocks the kick. It stays a 13-point game with 4 minutes to go. Derek Warren dropping back right here. He's going to launch it up to Sawyer Whitehead to cross midfield. And Warren will end up flipping it out to Christian Pondo. Bryce Parra went out. Christian Pondo comes in, gets the touchdown. We got a one-possession game. Onside kick. Can they do what Cruces couldn't? Yes. They hop on the ball. You see the excitement on those Artesia Bulldogs. Artesia, when they pull the pile apart, have that ball. So Warren here, 3rd and 1. Almost gives up the game. That one almost intercepted. Now 4th and 1. Warren dives forward, and I don't know about that one. Pretty close. We're going to have to bring out the chains here. 4th and 1. They say the nose of the football. Ball back. It's 4th and 1 again. Derek Warren, quarterback draw, and he's able to hold on to that one. Now it's 4th and 2 here. A lot of 4th down plays. Derek Warren gets a little hitch route over to Jack Byers. 28 seconds on the clock. They go quickly, and who does he go back to but Jack Byers. He was hitting him all game long. 24 seconds, and Artesia take the lead. Well, it's tied here, but they've got to kick the extra point. And Corbin Dominguez, a 48-yard field goal, so the extra point nice and easy. 25-24. It's 2nd and 15. No time left. Luke Lynn trying to find something, but with a 4-man pressure, Artesia get in there. They bring him down, and they snatch victory out of the jaws of defeat. As Roswell led that one since the middle point of the first quarter, but the Artesia Bulldogs win 25-24 in that one. Of course, a massive game. So right now in the last 3, Artesia have won the last 2 over Roswell. And of course, Coach Lynn has won a bunch in his time. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see those 2 teams making a push once again next year. Well, we're going to go to the Everguard Roofing and Solar top 10 plays of the week, but you're going to want to stick around. We got 3 more games coming your way on the ProView Sports Report. Hope you got.
Cleaner than the week before. I thought it would be cleaner for both teams, and it certainly has been. Guardiola hit as he throws. He's got Winnicott open, over the shoulder catch, and he's dragged down from behind.
And off all the way, trying to go wide. Oliver's always got the edge. 40, 50, and he might go all the way. All the way, breaks it, and he's in for a touchdown. So St. Pius' first play of the game.
And it's blocked. Blocked on the play. It was Charlie Campbell.
Waller back in the game. Counter to Fig. Has a hole. And he's got nothing but green ahead of him. One man to beat. Fig makes a play and scores. From the 45-yard line.
Back to pass, throwing it out, slant, and plenty of room to run. There's Caleb Hutchins down to the 30, the 25-20. Hutchins might break it, and he does. Touchdown, Bloomfield. 60-yard pass from Chatladia and Hutchins.
Class 3A state championship. Gonzalez gets the call, keeps it on the ground, across the 25. Garrett Gonzalez with some green grass. No flags. Touchdown, Dexter.
Maldonado tightens up on the left side of the formation. He'll give it on the ground. A lot of room. See you later. Sam Bastiles is in for the Storm. Touchdown.
Rematch. First and 15, Chatladia flips it out into the right flat. Room, look out. One man to beat. Down the right sideline, could be gone. And no one's going to catch. That's going to be an 80-yard touchdown on the game's second play.
Two running backs in the backfield. Hollis goes in motion. Stitt keeps it himself. Foot race to the goal line. Stitt makes a man miss on his feet. Touchdown, St. Mike's. Kamal Stitt runs it in from 10 yards out.
28. Warren goes quickly up to Byers.
Byers catches it. Jack Byers ties the game.
Kick is up, and the Bulldogs go ahead with 24 seconds to go. Welcome back, ProView Sports Report. So glad you are with us here on Comcast Channel 26. Wherever you're watching us here, you saw some of the great plays from this weekend's state championship football events. And, I mean, as you saw, there's not just those two games we watched. Artesia, of course, winning their 34th state championship. Massive. Well, they didn't get to repeat. Roswell didn't, but Bloomfield would be shooting to repeat in the Class 4A state championship, taking on the St. Pius X Sartans for the second year in a row. And this one, if you don't think there's going to be fireworks, you don't know these two teams. So first play of the game, ball gets into the hands of Peyton Duncan on the pass from Manuel Chavarria, and Peyton Duncan
And no one's going to catch.
takes it
That's
80
going to be an
yards.
80-yard
You saw that in the
touchdown.
top 10. My goodness, great start. Well, St. Pius have a guy of their own. One Herschel Holloway Jr. If you've been watching the show at all this season, you've seen him in a lot of top 10s
breaks it,
doing
and he's
stuff
in for a
just like that.
touchdown.
So we've had
So
two
St.
plays
Pius
from scrimmage, and it's 7-7. Chavarria
Slant.
will find himself a nice look to Caleb Hutchins, and Hutchins, after only a few more plays, the Bloomfield Bobcats offense just so deadly. Great route there by Hutchins. Now Carpenter needs a response. Carpenter gets this one to Cale Cox-Liggins. Cox-Liggins is going to have himself a game here. Taken out of bounds, and they get that foul, but they end up giving the ball back. This one handed off here to Cole Gosnell. And Gosnell, he's going to have a big game for them as he rushes for the first down here in the second. Sets up this keeper for Manuel Peanut Chavarria. Mr. Peanut to you, scores the touchdown, puts them up 2. And Bloomfield's not done by any stretch. Here's Peyton Duncan again. Duncan dives his way through, puts them into scoring position. Chavarria, another little short route, and woo, how about those moves? The dance moves by Pretty, and puts them up 28-7. We're still in the first half here, and this deflection, man, when it rains, it pours. That's Peyton Duncan on an interception now. They're going to just go for dirt. They find the dirt. Diesel Pretty with 2 touchdowns here, 36-7. We're finally into the second half. Isaiah Carpenter will launch this one up, and what a catch, Cale Cox-Liggins. I said he's going to have a game. He's done that all season long. Isaiah Carpenter looking around, trying to figure out what to do. He launches this one up. Cale Cox-Liggins, there's another one inside the 15-yard line. Isaiah Carpenter, he's going to keep this one, move around to the left side. Isaiah Carpenter to the pylon. And maybe Pius isn't out of this one yet. 36-13. They get the ball back. Now he'll launch it up for Curtis Flakes the third. Carpenter. At this point, Pius, they're just kind of going, look around, try to get the ball into those fantastic playmakers. Carpenter, though, will just hold on to this one. That's 2 touchdowns. Bloomfield, hey, they got a quarterback who can scramble on their own. Chavarria, who I believe also is the catcher for the baseball team, runs that one in. 43-21, Pius, got to get something going. They're going to pop this one up. There is Curtis Flakes the third. Trying to keep up with the Joneses, but when the Joneses are the Bloomfield Bobcats, they just keep having responses. There's Peyton Duncan, another touchdown for Duncan, this one running. We're into the fourth quarter here. Isaiah Carpenter, you see, they just got to keep launching him up. This one is picked off, as that one was caught by Himes, and Bloomfield would be able to just kneel this one out, winning this one 58-27. A big day for the Bobcats as they go back-to-back. You see, Coach, a little bit of a bath. Albuquerque was cold that day, but not too cold. As the excitement of the Bloomfield Bobcats, they go back-to-back, 58-27 over St. Pius. That is the Bloomfield Bobcats' 3rd state championship in 4 years. The last team that won the state championship besides them was the Lovington Wildcats. And they weren't the only team that was looking to go for a repeat. In fact, so far, it's been everybody except for the Artesia Bulldogs. Well, St. Michael's have not lost in years. They're going for their 3rd straight state championship, taking on the Dexter Demons once again.
Of the Class 3A
and Dexter, it's a run-based team. They're in Dexter.
Gonzalez
First
gets the
drive.
call, keeps it on the
Garrett
ground,
Gonzalez knocks a
Garrett
couple men
Gonzalez
down on his
with some
way
green
in.
grass.
Garrett Gonzalez goes
No
for
flags.
35
Texas
to put the Demons up on an all-running drive. Here is the punt attempt as St. Mike's go 3 and out, and Rigo Regalado, get used to that name. Regalado takes this one and pushes the Demons deep into St. Michael's territory. Again, they just keep running the ball, 4th and goal, running every play. Gonzalez carries him in, and that's 2 touchdowns in 2 possessions for Garrett Gonzalez, and they have worked that clock. St. Mike's, here's Kamal Stith, the quarterback, hits Roman Barrera, but the ball pops out right there. You saw it, hits the ground, Demons hop on top of it. It's all Demons in the first quarter. We move into the second late here, only 2 minutes left to go in the second, and St. Mike's driving, but Fernando Prieto Jr. gets Stith on the sack. A penalty puts them within the 10. They're going to direct snap this to Braden Hollis. He's going to rush in there to get St. Michael's on the board. Okay, good enough, but wait a second. They get the ball back after a 3 and out. Stiff will hit that one over to, pardon me, Victor Corral with 15 seconds. This one's going to go up. He's going to take it down. Corral within the 10, 4 seconds now, 1 second. Stiff looking around and all alone in the middle, Roman Barrera. And St. Mike's couldn't get it going till the last 2 minutes of the half, but they tie this up. Then they get the ball back. St. Mike's to Pete Johnson, 10-yard gash. Stiff drops back here just past midfield. He will launch it up to Ryan Hunt, who drops it, but Ryan Hunt gets back on that ball. Then we're going to see a 3rd and goal here. Stiff looking around for somewhere to go. He's just going to have to throw this one out the back of the end zone, but couldn't get enough underneath it. Kevin Armendariz, one of the best picks you'll see all season long. Now it's Dexter driving. Going to hand this one off to Gonzalez. Gonzalez pushes that one forward close to midfield. It's 1st and 10 here for CJ Granados. Granados throws it in the middle. There's Rigo Regalado again, and Rigo's got them for the lead on that play action. 21-14, chasing 7, Stiff. He's going to scramble this one forward, try and drive the horseman up on the 44-yard line. Stiff is going to buy a little bit of time here for himself. You see, he's saying, hey, head downfield, head downfield. Who's heading downfield? It's Hunt. Hunt is going to catch that one, shed the first man, outrun the second, and Ryan Hunt. Hey, why don't we have a game here down in Dexter? Artesia down the road was a game. But wait, this one is blocked. Regalado has a couple touchdowns and now a block, and Dexter leading. Demons running attack looking strong here. Gonzalez pushes them past midfield again. Why not keep leaning on him? 4th and 6. Demons, a conversion here. They could all but put this one away, but Gonzalez held up looking for the 28. He only gets to the 30. It's a turnover to the Horsemen. They've got a chance. 3rd and 5 from the 10. Stiff looks out to Hunt. Hunt catches it, but feet out of bounds. That means with 1:17 to go, 4th down and 5. Stiff is going to keep this himself. Stiff lays the block down, and he's going to knock his way into the end zone. Stiff sets them up with the 28-21 lead, and Granados hit as he launches it up. It's picked off as St. Mike's able to keep the streak going. They win their 3rd straight state championship in Class 3A. St. Michael's 28, the Dexter Demons 21. And I think we probably don't have time to take a break, just launch into Texaco. I think that's what we'll do here. So, on to 2A football as the Texaco Wolverines and the Eunice Cardinals. Texaco, of course, have been in the state championship years and years and years in a row. It's a great team down there, and you see why. Starting this thing off with an early pass into the hands of Merrick Hawkins. Hawkins catches that one on the first drive. Now we've got the Eunice Cardinals here. Cardinals, not a ton of space there for Melancon. Melancon, though, able to find a little bit of room. Melancon driving this team forward, but it's an incompletion on 4th and 8. Ball back to the Wolverines, and you don't want to do that. They flip this one over to Crossfig, and Crossfig is an athlete. Pushes his team inside of the 10. They will direct snap to Crossfig here. Crossfig forward in touchdown. Texaco in the first quarter up 13-0. Melancon trying to buy some time out to the side. Tells his man, push forward, and that one is picked off. Mason Pipkin, the receiver, and the linebacker catches that one. Texaco started the second. This one will be launched off by Crossfig. Crossfig hits his man, and just look at the footwork there. Dexter Chapman, the tight end, couldn't be brought down. Now we've got Barrett Wallen. Wallen working his way out to the edge. Barrett Wallen cuts back inside, and Texaco up 20-0. 6:43 to go, and who is it again but Crossfig? All alone out there, Crossfig. Nice little movement, breaks the ankles. Crossfig takes Texaco up one more time. as the Wolverines just undefeatable here. 28-0. Crossfig takes this ball. Last play of the second quarter. Can they get something going? Crossfig hits his man shallow, and just not enough space. Close, but not quite there for Dexter Chapman. Texaco into the second half here. And Crossfig, it's that same play. He tries the same move, and they end up corralling him. No, they don't. Crossfig rushes it in for the touchdown, but they get a penalty flag there. It was the illegal block in the back. This will be launched to Crossfig. Crossfig pops this one up in the air. Beautiful catch on the sideline for Maverick Hawkins. And then Crossfig with the ball one more time. Crossfig over the end zone. Eunice need to get something going here. Melanchon, we're in the third, halfway through it. Melanchon throws a bomb to Gotia, the receiver. Puts them into field position. Melanchon booting to his left side. He's got a man chasing after him. Buys that little bit of time and space, throws it through the traffic, and he finds Lucas Lopez to get the Cardinals on the board. But with the way Texaco has been playing, Tanner Dudley on the direct snap, and Dudley puts that one in. 42-7. The Texaco Wolverines take another state championship at home in beautiful Texaco, New Mexico.
So
I think we've got the interview.
Texaco. Tell us, what was the highlight of this game? What was the highlight of the season for you?
Oh, I just think the way that we came out defensively and got after them, and then, you know, our offense just moved the ball consistently all day, running the ball, and, you know, that was sweet. When you can run the ball and control the line of scrimmage, that's a pretty good feeling.
That's fun football.
Oh, man, it was awesome just to come out, you know, and everyone knew kind of what we were doing, and we had high expectations of winning, so it was great.
Came out.
And so 7-42 is your final score in that one. Texaco over the Eunice Cardinals. And big shout out to Chad. He also got the mayors of both Eunice and Texaco on before that game. Well, those are our final games of the fall. Football is over, which means it's all basketball season. If you've been visiting our website, you've seen that we've been here busy doing some basketball, and we've got a bunch of basketball still to play this week. As let's take a look at our schedule for the upcoming week here at ProView Sports. Tonight, St. Pius and La Cueva girls. That'll be on Game Vision at La Cueva High School. I'll be there for that one. I believe we're putting that on Comcast 26 as well. Albuquerque High Bulldogs taking on Hope Christian on, not Game Vision, that's on the NFHS network. Friday, we've got a couple double headers, Mayfield Sandia and Centennial Rio Grande. La Cueva boys taking on Volcano Boys, and West Mesa taking on Cibola. Saturday, they flip the doubleheader, Centennial Sandia, Mayfield Rio Grande. Cibola take on Albuquerque High. Monday, we've got some girls and boys action. Tuesday, we've got some boys and girls action. Taos coming down to Albuquerque High, and Rio Grande playing Volcano Girls. And then as well next week, we will have some tournament action here from the Land of Enchantment. Stick around, make sure we'll talk about that one on the ProView Sports Report next week. But that's all the time we've got here on the ProView Sports Report. Time really flies when you're having fun, right? So make sure that you get out and get those Game Vision and NFHS passes. College action will be coming away for some basketball as the season goes along. But I want to thank you so much for tuning into the ProView Sports Report. For our director, Alden Iowani, Aaron Rivera, saying take it easy.